What made your disabled child speak up for the first time? My son hasn't spoken a full sentence in 3 years, but on his first day of high school, I watched him wheel himself to the entrance ready to try. 3 hours later, I got the call that changed everything. Mrs. Gladwell, your son is in the nurse's office. There's been an incident. When I arrived, my son was on a cot, clothes torn, bruises already forming on his arms. His wheelchair was nowhere to be seen. The nurse wouldn't meet my eyes. What happened? Some students claim they were playing. She said carefully, your son. He had to make his way to class without his chair. Made his way? He crawled. She whispered it like saying it quieter made it less horrific. Down the main hallway. Other students filmed it. My son, my baby who once spent 6 months learning to hold a pencil, had crawled across filthy school floors while teenagers filmed him. His hands were scraped raw. His pants were ripped at the knees. Where's his wheelchair? It was found in the dumpster behind the gym. The wheels are damaged. I wanted to scream. Instead, I knelt beside my son. He wouldn't look at me, just kept making this small sound in his throat, his warning that a meltdown was coming. Who did this? The principal, Mr. Garrett, walked in. We're investigating. But the students involved claim they're actually his friends, that they were trying to help him. Help him by stealing his wheelchair? They're saying these marks, he pointed to my son's bruises, were already there, from home. The room went cold. Excuse me? They're claiming you and your husband abuse him, that they were trying to document it for his safety. That's ridiculous. Is it? A woman suddenly walked in. Business suit, clipboard, dead eyes. I'm Marisa Ferreira from Child Protective Services. We received multiple reports about injuries on your son, from the kids who threw him out of his wheelchair, from concerned students who say they've witnessed ongoing abuse. She corrected. We'll need to interview your son. My son was rocking now, his usual self-soothing mechanism. Marissa wrote something down. Is he often agitated at home? He's agitated because he was assaulted. Mrs. Gladwell, these students, Morgan Evans, Chris Brennan, Vince Park, they're honor students. No disciplinary records. Why would they lie? Morgan Evans, the superintendent's son. Chris Brennan, whose father owned half the commercial buildings in town. Vince Park, headed to Yale next year. I understood now. Interview my son, I said. Ask him what happened. Marissa looked skeptical. The school says he's largely nonverbal. He communicates. You just have to listen. They set up in the conference room. My son sat in his borrowed wheelchair. The old one from the nurse's office that was too small, made his back hurt. Marissa asked her questions. My son just rocked. Has anyone at home ever hurt you? Nothing. Do you feel safe with your parents? More rocking. We can protect you if you tell us the truth. That's when something changed in his face. His mouth opened. Closed. Opened again. No, he said. Clear as day. First word in 3 years. Marissa leaned forward. No, you don't feel safe? No. Louder now. My parents. My heart was breaking. Not because I thought he'd lie, but because I knew how much speaking cost him. My parents never hurt me. Each word seemed to physically pain him. Never, never, never. Tears were streaming down his face. They, help, they, love. Then who hurt you? Marissa asked, suddenly interested. My son pointed toward the door, where we could see Morgan and his friends in the principal's office, laughing about something on their phones. Them, he whispered. Threw me, ground, kicked, took chair. Why didn't you tell anyone? My son looked at her like she was stupid, and for the first time in 3 years, he gave a full explanation. Who would believe the kid who can't talk? Marissa's face changed. Are there others? Other kids they hurt? My son nodded, then did something I'd never seen. He grabbed a pen with his shaky hands and started writing names. Our neighbors, his teachers, his own grandfather, and someone I never would have guessed in a million years, but made me want to throw pee immediately. Full story on channel link below.